Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of A Gardener's Journey Homestead. I'm Barbara. I'm so glad that you stopped by today. Welcome to my tunnel. If you are new here, I'm in Zone 7A in the state of Tennessee. If you're new, drop what state you're in. I would love to know. We've been getting a lot of new subscribers, which is great. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the community. So today, y'all, I need your help. So here's what's on the list for today is to try to plant out as many, if not all of the seedlings that I have left. It feels like I just can't get done. So I need y'all, like with your pom-poms, cheer me on. I need all the things, okay? So I wanted to also talk about this weather. Y'all, the weather has been amazing the last few days, and our 10-day forecast is amazing. Now, our estimated first frost was supposed to be last week. We clearly did not have it, and over the next at least 8 to 10 days, it doesn't look like we're going to have it yet, which is interesting. But of course, you know, when it comes to frost dates, it's all an estimate. Last year, it was right on it. So our estimated last frost date this year was October 19th. Last year might have been, I don't know, somewhere around the same time, and it was literally right on it. But this year, I'm not going to say it's late, it just hasn't come yet. So that means if I still had any summer stuff, I could probably still be harvesting, but pretty much all of my summer stuff is gone. All of the stuff outside of the garden. I do have some tomatoes in here, and I have some habaneros and one jalapeno pepper plant. And the habaneros and the jalapeno is just because I couldn't get it out when I was, I couldn't get it out of the ground. It was just, the root is too big, and I was pulling and couldn't get it to come up. So I'm waiting for my husband to come down here, and they're still producing. But that's great on the weather. Like in this week is going to be like in the mid 70s, and the lows are like in the 50s and 60s. So like it's not even nowhere close to being a first frost, at least in the next 7 or 8 days. And I am here for it. Okay. So I'm going to try to get stuff done as much as I can. I have a really busy week this week, like nonstop for the next, I'm just busy nonstop. So I'm in the tunnel. The weather is perfect. It's peaceful. It's quiet. I don't feel like it. Like my mind feels like it, but my body doesn't, if that makes sense. But we gonna whip this body into shape, and we are going to get it done. So let's talk about where we're going to start. And I would love to know if you're doing a fall garden, a fall and winter garden. Let me know if you got all your stuff out already. Give me some encouragement, some hope that it is going to be a-okay. And I'm, again, I have a long growing season when it comes to the summer and pretty much for the fall and winter. Because I have a high tunnel, then I pretty much can grow whatever I want, and it's going to be fine. And I have, again, quite a while until March, April, and I can still be producing stuff. I'm getting ready to go out of the country in the next couple of weeks. So I have like a list of things that I want to get done personally in the garden, business wise. It's like a long list, and each section all got a lot of stuff on it. So when it comes to the garden, I'm trying to get everything in the ground before I leave, so that it's not, because if it's in the ground, it has a better chance of being watered. We're still trying to get, now I have drip irrigation in the tunnel, the part that's in the ground. In the raised beds, we have some drip irrigation where it's a different system, and we're not quite fond of it. So we'll see. We may have to use it while we're gone. But if I leave it on my table, the likelihood of it getting watered probably not gonna happen. So we need to get in the ground, and plus, y'all, they are ready for the most part. A lot of them are ready to go in the ground. So let me show you what we got to work with. So you can see these are some collars that I did from seed. You see the roots are coming out. It's ready definitely to go in the ground. And because it's not super cold, and we haven't had a frost, I think the insects have died down, but I don't know if they're completely gone. I still see a little bit of bug damage on some stuff that I planted out the other day. And so I still have my insect netting on, and depending on what the weather is like before I leave, I may leave it on while I'm gone, because what I don't want is to leave it off, and then the weather, stays warm the whole time I'm gone, and then bugs and stuff come and eat up my stuff or whatever. And really, secretly, I wanted to go ahead and get cold like right before I leave. That's what I want. I wanted to get cold and stay cold so I know that my stuff is covered and I don't have to worry about the bugs. That's just a selfish thing. But, well, you didn't ask me, but I told you anyway. Okay, so let's focus. Let me show you all the stuff that we have on the table. Got a little mini nursery of all the stuff that we need to get in the ground. I got some seeds that haven't germinated yet on that right hand side. It's snapdragons, which take a long time, and cilantro. Oh, I do see a little cilantro coming up, like barely. I may have to reseed it, and then I have some scallions. But anyway, I think we're gonna start the collards first. We're gonna go down here and let's get those in the ground. Okay, y'all, we got that whole row done. Y'all saw me on my little stool because sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to get it done, okay? My back has been giving me all the issues. And so I remembered I had this garden stool, and I'm like, you know, at least gets me a little bit closer to the ground instead of bending all the way from the top. So this is your permission slip to do what you got to do sometimes, okay? That's what we just did. Okay, so let me turn you around. I'll tell you what, I'll just turn you around at the end when we get ready to cover it. Now let's go to the next row, and we got a few more collards, and we got a whole bunch of kale that we can put out. So let's do that next. Okay, I got kale in this row. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4 holes left in this row, so I'm pretty much all the way down, but I'm having to add more hoops and see if I can stretch my netting, my insect netting, all the way down. It was kind of bunched up at the end and folded over, and I realized like, oh, I have more length, so I'm putting these extra hoops in. If you have not seen my video where I talked about these stainless steel hoops, they are wonderful. Now obviously you can do this out of PVC pipe, or I've heard you can do it out of tension wire that you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's. I haven't been successful with that, but these stainless steel hoops are great. It's vertical like that, and you just bend it. Let me see if I can show you again. You just put the hole, and then it bends real easily, and I'll just stick it on the other side. Just like that. I need to get this trellis out of the way. But for now, I'm making sure that my netting is going to go all the way down, and then I can secure it, and that'll be great. I bought this netting that's a little bit longer, and maybe it'll cover the whole row. We'll see, but I didn't want to put the last 4 in case it stops right here, because I don't want to have to add a piece down here if I don't have to. So let's see how far this will go. Let's see if it'll come down as far as we need it to. Well, that's as far as we need it, like right there. I'm gonna go up here and see how much we have left. Okay, we got that whole row done. There's only one hole that doesn't have anything in it. That's at the very end, so I'm proud of that. This row needs to be covered and hoops added. So this is the collard green row that we planted at the very top of the hour. It's already about to get dark. I'm like, I need like 30 more minutes of daylight. I need 30 more minutes of daylight. I came out here. It didn't go as quick. I wouldn't even say as quick as I wanted. I didn't even think about how long it was going to take. But because, you know, when you're planting, bending down, sometimes I was bending down, sometimes I was using the stool, and then I had to get the whatchamacallit, the insect netting down and stretch. You know, if I had somebody else in here with me, I should have my son come out here with me, but he's working on the video for me. So anywho, it would have went a lot faster. But it is what it is. This is real life. This is what happens as a gardener. I know that many of you may be single. You may not have a strong husband like I do that helps me occasionally in the tunnel, or your husband may be away, or your kids may be grown and gone, and sometimes it's just you in the garden. And like I had those kids about a week or so ago that came and helped us. That's not my real life. Like that was a one time, I shouldn't say a one time, they'll come back, but that was a moment for that weekend, right? And so what am I saying? I'm saying that sometimes it's just you in the garden. Other people don't love it like you. You love it. They like your harvest, right? They love your harvest, but they don't love gardening. And so sometimes you're gardening alone. That's the way it goes, right? But I'm okay. The weather has been absolutely perfect. It was a breeze coming through. My dogs were down here. I saw one on one end and one on the other end, keeping me company, and it was just peaceful. And so I'm not complaining. I wish I could have got more done, but by God's grace, there's always tomorrow. And so as always, I just want to encourage you, right? Don't give up. Sometimes you do have to garden alone. Sometimes you don't always have help. But if your heart is with gardening and growing your own food, keep going, keep pressing, right? And sometimes it's better to be by yourself so that you can enjoy nature, enjoy your own thoughts. And I always say that God speaks to you in nature. I mean, it's his classroom. And so, yeah, be encouraged, be encouraged. So what I have left is I need to cover this row and put some more hoops down. Let me go see if I have some more hoops. I think that I do. And like, look, it looks like real light behind me, but the sun is setting in probably 5-10 minutes max. I found 2 more hoops, which is great. I think I have like 4 more after this, which is great. I usually put them like every third hole is what I usually do. So I think I'll have enough for almost 1 more row, and probably will be lacking 2. If I know for sure that the insects weren't going to come, then I can take some out of my raised bed. Let's do it here. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Okay, I got that cover on. I was trying to cheat, so to speak, or not have to unfold it all the way. It's longer than what I need, but that's all I have. And that particular section has already been eaten twice by rabbits. And so they look so good. My seedlings look so good that I don't even want to take the chance of them not being covered. But at the same time, I didn't want to use my brand new insect netting for that small piece, and I got all this extra left over. But it is what it is. I guess I've been saying that all video. It just doesn't work out perfectly all the time. But I think I made the best decision to at least cover them, that I can always do something different. Maybe buy a smaller one and swap it out. I only have 4 hoops left. I have 2 more rows to go. Now, 1 row has tomatoes still in it, so I'm not as concerned about planting that one yet. But I have a whole nother row. I'm going to see tomorrow. So we pretty much got through a whole tray of seedlings, except just a few. And I got more. So I'm going to see how many I can get in that second row. I have 4 hoops that'll take me probably 75% to the row. I think each row probably has like 6 to 7 hoops. So I need more hoops. And I'm probably going to need 1 more thing of insect netting, which I do have that on the way. So I should be good on insect netting. I think if not, I may be short 1. And again, I'm trying to play this game of covering it for the insects until it gets cold enough, because once it gets cold enough, then the insects will go away. But also with these rabbits or whatever it is in my tunnel that's been trying to eat my stuff, I'm also trying to protect against that. Once it gets cold, then I can close the greenhouse down, and then nothing can get in. So that's a plus there. And so I won't be fighting against insects at all. And then once it's closed down, like the sides, the front, and the back, then I don't have to worry about animals either. But we're just not there yet. The weather is just real good right now. So anyway, I'm playing this game, and with me being gone for quite a while, yeah, I don't know. I feel like my thoughts are ramble, but hopefully that makes sense. I'm just trying to, I don't know. I feel like I'm playing a game between the weather, insects, bugs, all of that. And I've never ever, this is my first time doing insect netting, and I'm doing I started off doing the insect netting in my raised beds just to protect like the cabbage and stuff from the cabbage worms. But now I'm doing it on the stuff in ground because of something that keeps eating my, I was telling you my battery's almost dead. Okay. So it's, that keeps eating my stuff. So anyway, this is all new. And that just goes to show you, like, you can garden, and then not have an issue with animals or a certain insect or a certain crop, and then all of a sudden you do, and you have to adjust, adapt, and be flexible. And I am certainly learning that real time. As you can probably see, it's getting a little bit darker behind me. I came out here because it's a little lighter in here than it is in the tunnel. It's kind of coming over this way, but it's so pretty. I feel like I'm standing in the middle of a screensaver when I look at myself on the camera and I see the mountains behind me. I feel like I'm standing like right in the middle of a screensaver. It's so beautiful and so peaceful. So I'm grateful. But thank you guys for joining me today. Remember, sometimes you have to garden alone. Sometimes conditions are not ideal. Sometimes it takes you longer than expected. And you know what? Sometimes you got to get your garden stool. That's what it is, right? I am in my 40s. I'm 2 from 50. I'm 48 years old. So, and I don't mind telling my age because, hey, age, it is what it is. I've been saying that all video. So my body certainly does not act like a 28-year-old. It's a shame that I wasn't interested in gardening in my 20s and in my 30s, but I wasn't. So here we go. So today I garden alone, except for you guys who I know will cheer me on as you watch this video. I had to use a stool. It took longer than expected, but guess what? We got at least one tray done. We filled up the rest of the collard green row. We filled up the rest of the kale row. So before I turned on this video, that had not been done, and now it is. We can check that part off, and we still have more to do. But every little bit helps. That's why I say gardening is a journey. Let's remember to grow together. I'll see you next time, friend.